What is your upload schedule? What happens if you miss a few uploads here and there? Is it gonna hurt your channel, or is your channel gonna be just fine? This is a question that I have because being consistent on YouTube is sometimes a challenge. Things come up in life and you can't always adhere to a specific schedule all of the time. But also, what happens if you change your schedule or you start uploading less frequently? Or what happens if you just stop posting altogether? So I stopped posting on one of my channels and the channel basically is dead. So in this video, I want to explore what it means to be consistent on YouTube, talk about a few things when it comes to consistency, frequency of uploads, and a couple theories that I have around how to have sustained growth on YouTube, and some things for you potentially to test on your own channel. Now, if you're new here, my name's Jeven Dovey. I do a lot of filmmaking tutorials on this channel, and I also do content like this, talking about how YouTube works and how to grow a channel, because as creators, we want to get our videos out to an audience. So frequency, is it something where you have to post every week, every other week, 2 times a week? There's all these theories around how often you should post, and there's no specific rule to a frequency that's most optimal. And if you ask different creators, they will give you different answers. I think the most generalized view of frequency is that you just want to be consistent. So you're posting once a week, you want to stay once a week and not take like 4 weeks off and then jump back into it, take a bunch of time off, jump back into it. But at the same time, you also don't want to burn out. So you don't want to just get on this hamster wheel where you're just making content and then get to the point where you've just been doing it for year after year after year, and you finally burn out, and then you don't want to make any videos at all. So figuring out a frequency that works for you is important to be able to keep this going, especially if you want to do this as a career. So for me, I've had a few things that I've done in the past that have worked really well. 2 videos a week is where I saw a lot of the growth on my channel. There was 2 periods where I was very consistent with 2 uploads a week for a long period of time. And I saw just steady, sustained growth throughout those periods, which is part of what helped me grow this channel to where it is today. Now, more recently, I haven't had as much bandwidth to be able to do the 2 videos a week. Sometimes even 1 a week's a challenge. And so what I found is that over time, my momentum has started to slow. And there's lots of different factors that could cause the momentum to slow on a channel. But frequency is one of those things that I've been personally testing, and to see like how much of an impact does your frequency actually play on your library of content. Because here on this channel, I have over 700 videos uploaded, and that's after I've deleted a bunch of videos. And so there's a huge backlog of videos on my channel, and those videos get views. Videos that are 4 years old still get tons of views. And so a big chunk of my viewership per month actually does not come from the newer uploads that I'm uploading onto the channel. A lot of the viewers are actually watching all the old content. But what happens to that old content if you stop posting new content? As creators, one of the things that we would hope would happen would be that those videos would continue to see the same type of momentum over time, so that you can walk away from the channel, take a break, and have some separation so you're just not on this hamster wheel. But what I've found is that as soon as you stop posting for a period of time, your momentum when it comes to suggested and browse traffic basically tanks. So on my second channel, it has nothing to do with the content here on this channel. It's all like story driven. I've mainly posted shorts, and I have a few long form as well. Now, last year, there was a period where I was going daily with the shorts on that channel. My frequency was every day. I would post a short, and I did about 100 shorts on that channel. And in that period, I saw a lot of growth. That channel started taking off. And really, there was a few videos that went viral. But overall, during this period, all of my content started rising. You know, the rising tide raises all ships. So that kind of applied to the whole channel, because as these videos were going viral and as I was posting new content, the whole channel was essentially being lifted. And in that period, I gained close to 200 million views and gained almost 300,000 subscribers. Channel's sitting at 275,000 right now. But with that channel, I stopped posting. So once I had all of the shorts posted that I had created, I basically just stopped. I posted a handful of videos since that whole period of daily. But what I noticed is that as soon as I stopped posting daily content, there's the steep decline to the point where I started seeing the channel really just drop. And now the channel gets some viewership per month, but it's not a lot. It's not what it used to be. Now, I was watching another creator recently, Vanessa Lau. She took a year off. She was getting burned out from the whole hamster wheel, trying to make content, keep up with her coaching business, everything involved with growing the huge channel. And she did a video recently where she dug into her analytics of what happens when you take a year off from YouTube. And her data looks very similar to my data, where as soon as she stopped posting, momentum on suggested, browse, and home all just disappeared. All the old content started not getting surfaced anymore. And the only videos that were really getting views for Vanessa was search-based traffic, because search-based traffic is very different than suggested and browse traffic, because viewers go into that search bar, they're looking for something specific. If your video has the answer and it has good watch time, good click-through rate, all that, YouTube will continue to surface that. But the issue is all the other traffic sources, suggested, browse, home, all of those seem to tank as soon as you stop uploading new content, even if those videos were getting a ton of momentum before the period where you stopped uploading. So there seems to be some sort of a relation to you needing to continue to upload new content for your videos to continue to be pushed as suggested and browsed throughout your entire content library. And so does this mean that you need to post daily videos 4 times a week, 3 times a week? No, doesn't mean that. But basically, my theory is that as long as you're staying consistent, whether your frequency is every week, every other week, whatever it is, as long as you stay with that consistency, you're not going to see any major drops in your suggested and browse based on the current traffic that you have. Now, you might see spikes if a video really takes off, but you're not going to see major dips. Like, those videos will continue to get pushed out in those traffic sources as long as new content is coming up. If you decide to take a longish break and you don't upload for, say, a month, well, a lot of that content could all of a sudden just take a dip. And it might be hard to bring that back up to where it was before. And so moving forward, one of the things that I want to try is publishing a little bit more content, but not overthinking that content. So for example, this video right here, we're having a conversation about frequency, about consistency, and I'm able to do it in this way where I don't need to layer on tons of B-roll, and I don't need to create this big long script to outline and all this additional stuff to make this video. Like, this is very much a stream of consciousness, kind of, I have some ideas that I wanted to talk about, and we're gonna sit here and have a conversation. These kind of videos are a lot easier to produce. And so doing one of these once in a while, it's gonna help getting more frequency on the channel. As long as the content's not just garbage content, as long as it has a purpose to actually making the video. And so I see a 3-tiered system. This is what I've come up with, and you could adopt this if this is something that you might want to play around with and see if you could up the frequency on your channel without adding tons of extra work. And so the 3 tiers I kind of see are tier 1. That is content like this, a little bit easier to produce, more focused on the idea and less on the actual production. So not worrying so much about creating this very cinematic piece and putting all this time into setting up these different scenes to shoot and this and that. More or less just having more of a conversation, doing it here in the trails when I'm out hiking, or doing it at my office, sitting at my desk, and layering on a little bit of B-roll. Now, another thing when it comes to this tier 1 content is that I just believe if you have a good concept, the way that you produce it doesn't matter as much. And so I have another channel, a 3rd channel that's kind of an experiment. I put another 100 shorts on that channel. Same niche as this channel. I really wanted to test shorts for this niche on a channel that doesn't already have, growth and subscribers and all of that. Really see what happens. But on that channel, I've posted a few long form videos. The videos are only like 2-3 minutes, and they're done in this way where I just pull up the camera, talk to camera, talk about something that I think people would be interested in. And on a channel that has very low number of subscribers and not a ton of momentum, those videos still got like 10,000 views. They're just simple videos, like 2-minute videos talking like this. So I think there's this world where tier 1 style videos don't have to be crazy long videos. They could be short videos, could even be shorts. Personally, I'm holding off doing shorts on the main channel, and I have a couple other videos where I talk about shorts and what I saw when I was actually posting shorts frequently on this channel and why I deleted them. I'll include those videos down below the description so you can check them out. You could test shorts for your own channel and they might work. I have a buddy who's playing around with doing more content by just adding in an extra short a week on top of the upload schedule that he's already doing. As long as that short content is tied to your main content, it could work. Now, tier 2 would be like the standard videos that I produce on my channel. So like a tutorial, a review, there's a lot of B-roll, there's a lot more involved. It might take a few more days to produce. I might need to test a piece of gear for a little while. Like those videos take a few days to make. They're not the quickest thing in the world, but that would be like tier 2. Now tier 3 would be like the big idea videos. The videos that take a long time to produce, that might put a ton of time and effort into the thought, the concept, and bigger productions. So on this channel here, I might do like a behind the scenes of like a documentary production and go through the entire process. Well, that takes actually going and making those short docs and then doing a whole video around that process. And those videos could get super long. And they could also just take a lot of time to produce. One of the videos I did when I was in Rwanda, 2 weeks out shooting, a week of editing. Video didn't do that well, but it was a cool video and something I still want to do once in a while. Now, the other big videos I do on this channel are like my beginner's guides. So I'll take a product, go through everything you need to know about the product to get up and running. Those take a long time to produce. So having 3 different tiers allows me to kind of think about content a little bit differently and be able to space out the bigger videos and make these kind of videos in between so that you're not always focused on just big videos. You're not always focused on videos like this, but you have a mix of content, and the goal being ultimately to be able to put out a little bit more content at a little bit higher frequency. So my goal is to get back to 2 videos a week, and I really want to test that for a period of like 6 months to see how it impacts the channel. See if I could get the momentum to pick up a little bit more as a whole, because there's different levers that we can pull as creators. We could change our titles, thumbnails, we could play around with ideas, length of the videos. They could be short, they could be long, the frequency of videos. Like there's so many little things that we could change, and all of them do have an impact. And so it's good when you're working on your own content to test different ideas and play around with it. See if something helps. Use that data to make informed decisions on what you're gonna do moving forward. I've seen that having a higher frequency, mixing up my content between different tiers, like that seems to work better for this style of channel. Not saying it's gonna work with every style of channel, but it's something that I definitely wanna test, and I'm curious to know your thoughts if it's something that you might test on your channel as well. And so I think the biggest mistake is changing your frequency without actually creating any data points. So not thinking through what happens when you change that frequency. You need to watch the channel and see when you change it, when you add more, or when you take out less, what happens? And is it good, or is it bad, or is it indifferent? These are things that you need to pay attention to instead of just making a blind choice, changing a frequency, changing how often you're posting without having the data to have an informed decision on whether that was a good or bad idea. And one of the things that I think is going to happen is that as I add more videos onto my channel and I increase the frequency, I'm going to see the overall performance of older videos that have good suggested browse traffic also rise as the frequency rises. It's my theory, and that's what I'm going to be testing. So let me know in the comments, do you like this style of video, these kind of conversations where we just kind of explore some of these ideas without having like a big video attached to it? Also, what's your frequency, and are you going to play around with it? Maybe create your own tiered system for the style of videos you produce? Let me know. But next, you should check out this video right here, which goes through a filmmaking technique that's really going to help you on your journey as a creator. It's something that I use all the time when I'm out filming. I'll see you over there.